Okay, the car was making a funny noise. I don't think I caught it on the GoPro, but Cain's under having a look now.
Sway bar bushes are flogged out. Have a look at this.
That doesn't sound good.
Rightio, recently I developed a bit of a clunk under me trusty 76 while I'm driving along. I could hear it certainly if I'm sort of turning a bit harder or a bit more on uneven surfaces. Jumped underneath, found out my front sway bar bushes where they actually the front pins connect on, they've flogged out. So I went to Repco, they had a replacement kit. So I'm going to jump under and replace the bushes on the sway bar, see if that works. So for you that don't know what a sway bar is, this is it. I'm not a mechanic, so don't do anything that I say to do. This might all be wrong, but I'm going to undo these 2 points, them bolts, that one on that side. I'm going to push them up, and then I'm going to try and push the new bushes and that in and re-bolt them on. And we'll see how it goes. So I got me tools, me trusty mat to lay on. Lucky we're on a old bitumen court, well not bitumen, concrete, so it's nice and clean. And I'll jump in under here. Who else tells their wife they're going to work under their car? Get their mat out, drop in underneath, sit back and have a little bit of a siesta. Hey? She thinks we're out working hard and we're just having a lay under the car, because it's not too bad under here, plenty of room, it's quite comfy. Could lay back and get a little siesta on. It's a good way to get away from the wife too, just a little bit of me time. Rightio, I'm pulling out my tools in the trusty AUSRV bag, which there's plenty of different brands, but these are absolutely awesome because they hold all your tools without having to carry big boxes and all that. The only issue I have is you got to sift through them all to find the right size spanner or socket to fit my bolt. Rightio, after a little bit of socket and spanner action, I got it out pretty easy and got the bushing out inside. But this rubbery or nylon type of bush to come right on the outside, the part that's flogged out, it was a tough little sucker. I know there's probably mechanics looking at me now going, what are you doing? But for me, I had no idea and I just had to try and get this thing pushed out. So when you're having trouble as an electrician, you pull out the trusty old multi-grips and the big old screwdriver. Have a look at this for some real talented, skillful work right now. Look at that. Absolutely lovely. Well, persistence prevailed in the end and the little sucker just popped out. Look, a good bush mechanic always has a little can of WD-40. Have a look at that. It actually makes a good lubricant to get the new bush in. Yeah, look, again, really struggling, and whoop, out in the ground. More lubricant, more sparing, more struggling. And after a whole lot of swearing, cursing and wasting time, finally get it all in and just bang, look at that. Okay, there's an electrician being a magical motor mechanic.
So how long did it take you, Cain, to do the whole process?
Look, the filming, we chopped about an hour or two out of it. It took about an hour to get the goddamn bloody bush out.
And that's only one side, you had to do both sides, didn't you?
Nah, the other side just was really easy because I knew what I was doing then, so bang.
Oh, so now you're a mechanic plus
Oh
an
yes,
electrician.
that's right. Righty, good as new. No movement in those bad boys at all. So hopefully that gets rid of all the noise. These bushes and all that up here look pretty good, so I haven't changed any of them out. It was just looks like the end of those fellas had flogged out. I'll keep the spare bolts because I reused the same ones. I just think they were a better bolt, and I'll keep the spare bolts and shims. From memory, I think it was about $60 odd, but don't quote me on that. And just bought from Repco. So clunk should be fixed.
Well, I've definitely learned something. I had no idea what the sway bar was, and now I have an idea where it is in the car, and I know that you can replace the bushes. If you have a handy husband, that is.
Yes, and the thing is the second side just took about 5 minutes, so it's not a big job. I just made it look a lot more difficult than it is.
So if you want to see more bush mechanics, make sure you like, subscribe and follow us along. But next week we'll be showing you some more adventures around Tasmania.
Yeah, I might leave the bush mechanics to the actual mechanics.
See you next week.